Hi guys, Eric here with Team Bernadette Bass Fishing, and I want to put out this video to you. This video is going to be more of an instructional on the water video. I'm going to take you on the water. I'm going to be doing a lot of telling you exactly how I'm doing stuff, the baits I'm using, the rod, reel, line, setups, and everything else that I'm using. I want to forewarn you right now, it's not going to be a lot of fish catching in this video. So if you're looking for hot and heavy fish catching, this is not the video for you. You can go ahead and turn it off right now. But if you want to come along with me for some instruction and to learn some of the ways that I go about catching fish, this video will be great insight for you. So come along as I show you some of the secrets and tips that I use to catch fish on beautiful Lake Mohave. Jig. Lost my trailer, but I caught him on a spider jig. Got the box open. Right now, this is what I was catching on before, the Yamamoto spider jig. And this color is cinnamon with black flake. So it's more like a little green pumpkin color. You know, this is the grub I took off right now. This is like a lighter cinnamon color. This is more like a darker, I think it's more like a green pumpkin or a dark brown, dark green. So I'm gonna I'll take this skirt off. Yamamoto also sells just the skirts like this itself, where I got packs of those, and you can put them on, you know, different grubs or whatever, and switch them up and make your own little lure. But this is actually a skirt off of one of these grubs, and when I caught that fish, he bit it off, so I just kept the skirt. Well, right now, I'm gonna go back to the Yamamoto double tail spider jig. Spider. It's actually called a hula grub, but you know, old school. Everybody makes one of these. I'm just happen to be using Yamamoto right now. I like Yamamoto, so you know, old school they call these spider jigs. So and I'm using this football head jig. It's a swinging head that one of my partners, Mike Waters, makes these. So I'm gonna just thread it through. You basically Texas rigging it. Just go almost to the first bend in the hook, and then pop it out. You don't want to go too much because you want this head to swing free, and if you take too much bite out of that, it's gonna stop the head from swinging. So you just go through, punch it through, Texas rig it, come around, right to the back. Make sure you lined up, and I just bury the hook into the plastic like that. I don't poke it all the way through, and see the head is still swinging freely. You can see that, but I don't poke it all the way through and then expose it on these, especially with these Yamamotos. Man, they so soft, fish get it. All you got to do is pull set, and you're gonna get them. That hook is coming through these baits. If you got baits with tougher plastic or stiffer plastic, yeah, you might have to stick your hook all the way through it and then expose it. But with these Yamamotos, you don't got to do that. That's the setup on the spider jig. I'm using this right here. I love this rod. It's a Dobbins DC 702, DX 702. This is a Champion Extreme model, which is very sensitive. It's a medium light bait caster. Usually I'll run on my drop shot. I'll run a light, a Power 1 drop shot rod, and then on like my shaky head and stuff like that with a spinning rod, I'll run on my drop shot. I run a spinning rod too. I'll run a 702 spinning. That's what this is, but this is a bait caster. It's a 702C. Okay. Dobbins actually makes I haven't seen a lot of companies that actually make a 702, which 702 power is basically a medium light rod. This is a 7-footer. Not a lot of companies, and this is one of the first ones I've seen. I might be wrong, but Dobbins actually makes a medium light bait casting rod, and I love it because I throw shaky heads on this. You can drop shot on it too if you wanted to. But I throw a lot of my light bottom bouncing stuff, like these small, like 1/4 ounce up to maximum about 3/8 of an ounce. You can probably get away with 1/8 of an ounce if it's not too windy, but 1/4 ounce works great on these. Texas rig, swing head jigs, regular jigs works great on this rod. I got it full with well, I have a Lew's Tournament light reel on there, which I love this reel. This is actually reel is made for casting lighter lures, and it's made for holding light pound tests, like 6, 8, 10 pound tests. I got 8 pound Sunline Sniper on this right now, which I love. 8 pound Sniper is like 12 pounds, not in thickness, but just in strength. So I got the Lew's. I got 8 pound fluorocarbon on here, and I'm just gonna tie up my spider jig. Now, always check your line. On my spinning rod, I was using I got 4 pound tests. I got a nano line like with a braid on there, and I got a leader with 4 pound tests on it. So I definitely got to check the leader on that every now and then when I'm dragging it around in these rocks and going through whatever grass is left. And they got quaggas in this lake, so you might hit a shell bit or something like that. But this is 8 pound test, so you just got to be careful and check your line often. I'm just doing a little Palomar knot, putting this thing on real easy. Wait a little bit. You get a chance, there's videos all over YouTube where they'll show you how to do a Palomar knot. That's one of the knots I use the most to tie mostly all of my lures on is a Palomar knot. Another knot I like to use when I'm joining 2 lines like braid to a leader, I like to use that Albright or the double Albright knot. So right now I just got this is a spider jig setup, and this is basically just gonna imitate a little crawdad or something like that. Right now, like I said, the fish I caught, I saw them spit up a bunch of stuff, so I'm pretty sure they're eating crawdads down there. So that's a good imitation. And like I said, I threw a little makeshift spider jig
around. I didn't get no bites on it, so I got bit on this spider jig. So I said, hey, make sure I go back to this spider jig. Stick with what's working. Have your box set up with when you're getting ready to go on a trip. Think about what you're gonna take on the trip with you. You know, I got a box that's full of little grubs. I know I was gonna throw a lot of grubs, so I got a lot of grubs in here. You know, I might get on some stripers or something, so I got flukes in here. You know, I got plenty of ball heads in all sizes, 1/8, 3/16, 1/4 ounce. You know, and that's gonna help me if I'm throwing. I'll use those ball heads for, you know, the grub jigs. I can stick them inside these tubes. I got tubes I'm gonna throw. You know, this is when I came up here earlier this year, I made a video. I was catching them on this VM tube bait. So I think this is 3.5 inch. I was catching them on that, and then I got some smaller tube baits in here from Yamamoto. These are 3-inch little chubs. So I haven't thrown these before. This color is brown with black purple flakes. So this kind of imitated like a crawdad or something like that. I'm gonna try these out later too. Just keep switching up. None of these lures that I have, I ain't sponsored by nobody. I just throw stuff that I like and stuff that I got confidence in. So anything that I'm saying to you guys or on video or anything like that, I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just letting you know what I like to throw. Hopefully, you know, you'll see it. Maybe you'll like it and you'll try it out. Maybe it'll work for you or something similar. You don't got to use the brands that I use. You know, I got confidence in these brands, so that's why I use them. But it's plenty of great baits out there, so I'm definitely not a salesman that's trying to sell you nothing. I'm just I just get out here and try to help people that you know, got questions and want to learn, you know, the techniques that I'm doing. So definitely, if you got questions, leave them in the comment section down there, and I'll definitely answer them. I already had a guy. He checked out my earlier video where I was fishing on here in March, and he was coming on a trip here a couple of weeks back, and he was asking about the spots and, you know, stuff to throw. You know, whatever information. Sorry, check your line. Whatever information I have, you know, I'm happy to share it with you guys. So let's get back out here, see if we can catch some more fish. It's about noon right now. We probably stay out here till about. This is actually the first day fishing. You know, probably stay out here till like 1 or 2, depending on the bite, and then head back and, you know, do a little relaxing. But definitely, when you come out here with these finesse tactics, just take your time. Don't get discouraged. Even if you go back to the dock and you didn't catch any fish, you always gonna learn something just fishing. You know, you can always get back to the dock and you'll talk to people and they'll say they caught out this and that and the other. Most of the time people gonna tell you that they had a good day. A lot of people ain't gonna, even if they had a bad day, they're not gonna tell you they had a bad day. But that's just the way, you know, it is. I tell people what I did, you know, because I'm just out here just trying to get better. But anyway, even if you don't catch fish, you're gonna learn something that day. You learned a new technique. Stick with the technique. Try to focus on that technique. Try to get used to throwing that bait. You might, you know, have a new rod and reel setup. Get used to throwing that rod and reel setup and get confidence in it. There's so much stuff out here that you learn besides catching fish, because the main goal we out here to catch fish. Everybody want to come out here and catch fish, hold them up in pictures and have fun. That's the main goal, but that's basically achieving. What we doing out here, and it's like a classroom, you actually learning from doing all of these different techniques and using these different tools and things like that. You learn all the time, every day. Even when you're not on the water, you learn. So I try not to get caught up in the fish catching. It looks great on the video. Everybody want to see you catch fish, but really, I'm out here studying. This is my classroom, and I'm out here studying and teaching. So let's get out here, catch some more fish, and do some more fishing at Lake Mohave. Fish down there, they got better eyes than you and me. Like, this orange better, so if I can see down there, they can see me up here. And then you just gotta make a long pass.